Well, I want to apologize. I call this the Japanese League. Actually, it's the Chinese Super League. And that's one league that we should begin to take note of in this part of the world because a lot of African players are beginning to move there, particularly Nigeria. Super Eagles captain plays there now. Of course, Brian Ideye and Odion Igalo, two of our top strikers, are also playing in the Chinese Super League. So we have to adjust and try to enjoy some of these games that we see and watch out for the exploits of Nigerian players in that league. All right, we've made a change, and Toby Adekbojo has joined us now for the rest of sports tonight. But before we go on, let me just welcome you to the show, Toby. I'm sure you had a very, very good weekend. Yeah. I don't know why you have stopped going to Ibadan to watch shooting. You have stopped giving them the luck that they need to win games at home.
The last time I was there, they drew. I think
okay, so it's not your luck that's affecting them.
It's not mine. You know, we are apostle of NPFL. We have to move around.
Okay. So we are for all the clubs and for none of the clubs.
We are for the NPFL.
All right. Let's start by showing you results. A lot of interesting talking points, really, from the games played on match day 12. But let's start with the results of the games, all 10 games. A lot of victories for the home teams. A few teams picked points on the road. But as you can see on your screen, the top match of the week, Onye, Pillars, 3-1 over Enyimba. I will bring you the highlights in a couple of minutes. Rivers United, the first minute, 58 seconds, Esosai Gwinoba with a goal, 1-0 over Rangers. ABS, 1-0 over Katsina United. Slim victories over the weekend, Toby. Yeah. MFM, 1-0 over Remo Stars, even though this penalty. And then you had Shooting Stars, 1-1 with Plateau United. But Shooting Stars are forced the visitors to a draw, and that's not leaving Shooting Stars in a good position at all. Anthony Okpotu with a goal for Lobi in a 1-0 win over Gombe United. FC Fanyoba were forced to a 2-2 draw. They conceded, they equalized, went ahead, and then conceded 2-2 to Abia Warriors. And then you had Tornadoes of Mina, the most convincing victory of the weekend, 2-0 over Nasarawa United. The second goal was a very beautifully worked team goal. You need to see it. And then you had Aqua United, Ibrahim Alassan, in the second half, 1-0 over El Kanemi. And then, of course, the last fixture there, Sunshine Stars, 1-0 over Wikitori. It was the defender, Ambrose Oyema, left back, that scored the goal for Sunshine. Good results of games played March day 12. All right. Let's take a look at the log, and then we will pause to bring you highlights of the game played in Kano. Plateau, 1 point clear, courtesy of the draw in Ibadan. So you can see Plateau have established a 1 point lead at the top over El Kanemi, who lost. ABS third with 20 points. MFM 19 points, fourth on the log. Lobi fifth on the log with 19. Tornadoes sixth on the log with 18. Kano Pillars 17 points. Aqua United 16. Katsina 16. Abia Warriors 16. It's pretty tight, very tight, guys.
Very close.
Let's take a look at the bottom half. You have in 11th place Sunshine. They've moved out of troubled waters. 15 points. Rivers United 14. Enyimba 14. Gombe United 14. Nasarawa 13. Rangers 12. They can heave a sigh of relief a little bit. Shooting Stars 17th position. That's not good at all. 11 points. Ifanyoba 11 points. Wiki Tourist 11 points. Remo Stars 2 points from safety. They are on 9 points. It's a tight league. Still early days. It's very, very tight.
Yeah, I agree with you. Very, very close. For Plateau United, they did everything to ensure they keep the lead. You know, after that massive 1 point for them, and Academy, I failed to get any positive result in Uyo. Like you said, very close. Very tight. But however, you can say still early days. Some teams on 12 games, some teams on 10 games. But however, it is also good to start accumulating this point and also position yourself well on the log, because it will still get more interesting,
Whether you like it or not, we have played 12 games now.
12
We're
games gone,
inching close to mid-season.
So there's a lot of motivation for the likes of Plateau United Academy, the teams in the top 4, and there's a lot of worried, for teams in the bottom 4 also, because it's going to be difficult for them to swim up and climb up the ladder.
They must survive. This is the time for them to do
very
it.
interesting. It is a different, top 4. No one ever saw it. Maybe Plateau United and Academy will be in the top 2, MFM in the mix, and the newly promoted side ABS also in the mix. So it looks very interesting. Let's see how Enyimba Pillars and the favorite FC Fanyibal will put up performance and also try to close gap on these teams.
All right, we'll talk about the drama of the weekend. We'll talk about it. We'll talk about the top scorers, and of course there will be rescheduled games on Wednesday. But let's take you to Kano first of all and allow you to see highlights of the game between Enyimba and Kano Pillars. Well, note of warning, you may think Kano Pillars is Enyimba and Enyimba is Kano Pillars, but enjoy.
That's a combination of an Emena and of course a Felakai.
Balogun for Pillars. Late challenge. Late tackle from Ibrahim Mustafa. He's got to be very careful.
Straight here. Rabiu Ali Gambo Mohammed, they are both deadly from this distance.
And you would think that it's Rabiu Ali who's going to power that one in. The referee is still busy trying to make capacity. That is Rabiu Ali. He just touches it on. And a shot blasted. Oh, what a goal that was! That was a training ground routine. And it's come up massive for Kano Pillars. It took a flick on from the free kick itself. But the important thing is that Apelokai was wrong-footed and the ball just found itself nestling behind him.
Great goal it has to be said. That was a strike that came on two Enyimba players. One of them, of course, Fonodo, but you cannot complain about the round 2-0 at Niger Tornadoes. Remo Stars also trailing 1-0 at MFM. And that was absolutely immediately. That was unbelievably right on the spot. Kabir Balogun, man of the moment. Kabir Balogun, the star of the moment. Kabir Balogun, without the shadow of a doubt, the man of the match, even though we're still 30 minutes from the end. Kabir Balogun made an absolute bug out of the defenders. They thought they were keeping him offside, but he was wise to that trick, ran in at the right time. You can see, great delivery. The defenders just stood and he walked in and scored. And two players could have scored free kick.
Well, looked like a deliberate. And there he goes. Oh, he buries it. Stephen Chukwude is the man who, thanks to their ball boys, who seem to understand a lot about football. And the flag is up. The center referee said no, it is a goal. And